everyone, it's Paige Evans and I'm back with a new layout to share. This is for the Back to School with Big Picture classes, and I am being inspired by the terrific titles class by fellow teacher Meghann Andrew. So I love how she mixes and matches fonts, and I wanted to do the same, so I'm using all the thickers from my collections with Pink Paislee. So I've got the Fancy Free thickers, the Take Me Away thickers, the Oh My Heart thickers, and the brand new Turn the Page thickers. And I found a quote on Pinterest that says, "Let me love you a little more before you are not so little anymore." And I liked using a longer title so that I could use more thickers. I want the thickers to be the star of the show, basically. And by mixing and matching them, you get just a huge, not huge, but a big and bold, colorful title. So all the different sizes of thickers, I tried to kind of piece them together like a puzzle, and I started at the bottom. I placed my photo first so I could work my way up and put the thickers down, made sure not to press them because I needed to be able to move them around a little bit and make sure the spacing was even. I did go back with a ruler and make sure that there was even spacing on the sides. So here I am adjusting them and moving them around to make everything more even. And then once everything looked right and was spaced nicely, I decided to stitch everything in place using my sewing machine and a straight stitch. So it's easy. I just used a running stitch, and this sewing machine I almost exclusively use on paper, never really on fabric, and it goes through chipboard thickers like a dream. I think the faster you make it go, the better. If you go too slow, the needle kind of gets stuck in the stickiness, so faster is better in this instance. Once all of the rows of letters were stitched down, I decided to trim the threads. Sometimes I like leaving the threads long. In this case, I wanted them to not be a part of the design, and just trim them off with some fine-tipped scissors. Then it was time to embellish. Wanted to create a photo cluster, so in the Turn the Page 6x6 paper pad, I found this pretty floral paper and used it as a photo mat, so just cut a little piece out. And then I'm just going to start adding more layers and more embellishments. This is paper 4 from Turn the Page with all the butterflies. I'm going to fussy cut some of them out and use them as kind of like die cuts. This is my favorite pair of scissors for fussy cutting. They're pink, so another reason to love them, and they're by American Crafts. So I just took a few minutes to cut out all of these butterflies. How many? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 butterflies. I won't make you watch that whole thing, but that's what I did next. And then decided to place them around the layout, around the title, to create a bit more dimension and pops of color. And yeah, so now I'm tucking some of the ephemera die cuts underneath the photo to draw the eye into the photo more. So those are some frames, Polaroid frames, and now adding the butterflies. Thought about using this flag paper clip. Everything that I'm using now is from Turn the Page, and I liked how it created a cluster of embellishments to draw the eye more into the photo, but I decided in the end it was a little bit too big and bulky, so I replaced it, you'll see a little bit later, adding a scalloped border sticker from the sticker book and a piece of rickrack from the ribbon. Cutting this journaling spot in half, I'm going to do just a little bit of journaling. Wrote it with a pencil first before going over it with a precision pen. Also added a few epoxy stickers and wood veneer pieces. Replaced that flag paper clip with a flower and a little bird epoxy sticker. I'm just moving that heart wood veneer over. I thought it was a little too distracting up there. And now for a little bit of splattering of paint. I'm using white acrylic paint dipped in water and splashing it around the butterflies and the photo. I could have done this step first, but I didn't know where things were going to be, so it's alright to do it at the end. Adding a little bit more things, a few more things to the bottom, including that flower that I cut in half and tucked to the sides, tucked them under both tucked them under both sides. This is another die cut from the Journaling Spots pack. So I folded it in half and I'm going to stamp on it using the Take Me Away roller stamp. And I thought about using the other side, which is forest green. It says love this, but I thought that stood out too much, so I used the light blue side. This is the final step, adding another flower under the right side to balance it off, and that is the finished layout. I hope you are inspired to create a terrific title.